our next guest is the Crown Prince of Zamunda with a new movie called The Drop, premiering January 13th on Hulu. Please welcome Jermaine Fowler. It's very good to see you. The last time I think I saw you was when Coming to America 2 came out, right?
Yeah,
right around
man.
then?
Yeah, around then, man. Good seeing you again.
You've been doing, I know, traveling around the world with movies, doing stand-up comedy in other countries.
Yeah.
What countries have you done stand-up in?
So I recently got back from Australia. Did some shows there. It was dope. It was great.
Fun.
But one of the craziest, I think, experiences I had was in London. Yeah, that was nuts.
Why was it nuts? What was the deal?
Well, because, all right, I have this bit where, like, I've been doing it in the States where, in America, I'm used to the, just kind of the rapport that we all have with the audiences, and they're just like there's a relationship there, you know what I mean? There's a rhythm there. I go to London, rhythm wasn't there.
Really?
Yeah, so the setup is basically I ask the audience, hey, what do you think is more important, dealing with global warming or dealing with racism? And you can answer. And right, so that's the setup, right? And I usually use whatever answer they give me, I'll just kind of, use that momentum to get to the damn punchline. I couldn't get to the punchline because someone answered the question and she said, global warming. And I was like, cool. And then one dude, before I get to the punchline, one dude yelled out, of course you said that. And then a whole damn race war started in the audience. And at one point, it got so loud that I didn't exist. Like, I wasn't there.
Really?
Yeah. So
they began arguing amongst themselves?
They were in arguing, man. And I'm just like, hey, I had a joke. And they said, get off. And I'm like, all right. That's my time. And I just bounced after that, man.
Wow.
I left the country worse than what it was. So that's my bad.
It's like the opposite of the Peace Corps. You come.
I didn't mean it.
You create tumult and then you leave. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
This movie you're in, you shot at like some kind of an eco resort in Mexico, right?
Sayulita, Mexico. It's a beautiful place. We shot that I think about a year ago. And it's called Sayulita. It's so gorgeous. You should go. It's
That's
like one of those...
great to be, listen, a lot of movies you make and you might wind up like with a fish tank in the lake,
man.
in Toronto.
No joke. When they told me, hey, we're doing this movie in Mexico, I was like, cool. They said it was going to be like a vacation. And I'm like, I like vacations. And so we go to, it's one of those like resorts where like white people go to feel earthy.
Yeah.
And so, just like one with the earth. And so, we get there, and the filmmaker, Sarah Adina Smith, she's so great. And I met all the cast is like fire, everyone's like so cool. And she wanted to bless the set. And so I was like, that's a good idea, we should bless the set. I never blessed a set before. And so she hired a shaman to come by and bless the set.
Oh.
And And... You'd think that, if you're going to bless the set with a shaman, you'd hire a local, because it's local. Like, you're in Mexico, get someone Mexican to do it, right?
Sure.
That's not what happened. This old white lady shows up to the set, right, holding feathers and incense and stuff, and she does her whole ceremony. And I'm looking at the Mexican folks, look at her like, she doing it wrong. She don't even know the tree's name.
That's when you know you got a bad shaman.
You don't know the tree's name.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like, that's her thing, you know what I mean? Like, she wanted to bless the thing. That's cool, that's great, but like, I didn't feel blessed. Like, I'm a very spiritual dude, like, you know what I mean? I'm very spiritual. I know when I'm feeling blessed, and I didn't feel
You didn't.
And so, I didn't. And so, it was just so weird, because like, after the whole ceremony, I go to my casita, and I see her hop into a white SUV and drive off. Like a gigantic gas-filled car, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the? And so I was confused. And so like maybe like a couple days later, after the ceremony of the blessing, everyone got diarrhea. Everybody got sick. And I'm like, man, this lady's terrible at shamaning. Like, she's bad. And And then, like, I realized after the whole ceremony, no one paid the shaman. Like, she wasn't paid. So, yeah, I think she just.
Oh, do you think that's why everyone got diarrhea?
I think so.
An unpaid shaman?
The money didn't go through. No. She said, "Screw it, I'm taking it back, all the blessings," and just like I took it all. Like, I was like, "All right."
Wow.
Yeah, man. It was an experience, man. It was great.
Explain this movie because this is an improvised movie.
Yeah.
Which is that? I mean, I would think that would add a tremendous amount of pressure.
There was. I didn't want to do the movie because there was no script. Like I didn't feel like I was confident in my improv skills to lead a whole movie with no script. It's a lot of pressure, dude.
Yeah.
And I spoke to the filmmaker, and she just had a vision for it. She really knew what she wanted, and
maybe she should have written it down a little bit, though,
just
right?
a little bit.
You know,
a tiny bit. She didn't write it. She didn't write it. And. Well, no, she had a scriptment. She had a scriptment.
She did have a script.
She had a scriptment. It's like a detailed outline of where you want the scenes to go. Very important.
Right.
And all the I do a little bit of improv, but like it's very important, you know, to just listen, you know, to your castmates, and you know, you really got as an actor when you have a script, you got to listen, but when you don't have a script, you really got to listen.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of a dance we were all doing, and we all just kind of had each other's backs. The chemistry was there. It was just a fascinating experience, man. I've never done it before.
Did you, when you were shooting Coming to America too, did you improvise at all with Eddie Murphy, or is it just like it's too scary to do? Oh, you did?
Yeah. No, there were moments we just kind of just was throwing stuff out there, seeing what stuck, you know? And it's weird because, like, you know, in this movie, The Drop, like, you can do that when you have comics, like, all comedians in a room trying to, you know, just get the line out, you know, trying to be the funniest one in the room. It could be terrible.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
It could go really bad. But luckily, like, we had a great filmmaker to kind of hone us in and, like, remind us where we needed to go. And because it's a very heavy film, you know, there are a lot of elements of it that's really dark. And so we had to kind of just get there as well. You know, it's funny, we can do comedy, but like, there was a story to be told too.
At the end, and do you feel blessed?
I'm still sick from like the
You
trip.
still-
Like,
yeah.
yeah. My stomach's, no, I'm joking.
They say don't squeeze the shaman. That's very important.
Pay your shamans. No, man, I saw the film in Tribeca, man. It was good, man. It was a good film.
Well, it's
I'm
great
really
to have
happy.
you here.
Thanks,
The
man.
movie is called The Drop. It premieres January 13th on Hulu. Jermaine Fowler, everybody. Thanks, Jermaine.